Hey, what's up? I'm Davis Johnson. Before I dive into the craziness that went down with my family, do me a favor and smash that like button and subscribe. Trust me, you're gonna want to hear this. So, I'm a 32-year-old dad living the American dream with my amazing wife, Jennifer, and our little angel, Jessie. We run our own coffee shop downtown, and life was pretty damn good. Jennifer and I met in college, fell head over heels, and got married right after graduation. Her parents, Michael and Charlotte, seemed great at first, always smiling, bringing gifts for Jessie, the whole 9 yards. "Davis, my boy, how's business?" Michael would ask. "Can't complain, Michael. We're doing all right." But lately something felt off. Michael's smile didn't quite reach his eyes anymore, and Charlotte was always fidgeting with her purse. Last week, they showed up at the coffee shop unannounced. "Jennifer, sweetie, can we talk to you for a minute?" Charlotte's voice was sweet, but I could sense the desperation. I watched from behind the counter as they huddled in a corner booth. Jennifer's expression went from confused to worried in no time. Later that night, Jennifer told me what happened. "They asked for money again, Davis. Said it was for car repairs." I sighed, running a hand through my hair. "That's the third time this month. Something's not adding up." We'd already lent them a couple of grand, which they swore they'd pay back, but so far, nothing. The next day, Michael cornered me at the shop. "Say, Davis, you wouldn't happen to have a spare 5 grand lying around, would you? Just until next month. I've got a business opportunity." 5 grand, Michael? That's a lot of money. What's this opportunity exactly? He waved his hand dismissively. "Oh, stocks and stuff. It's complicated." "Yeah, right. I wasn't born yesterday. Sorry, Michael. We're tight right now with the shop expansion and all." His face darkened for a split second before that fake smile returned. "No worries, my boy. I understand completely." But as he left, I couldn't shake the uneasy feeling in my gut. Something was seriously wrong with Jennifer's parents, and I had a hunch it was more than just money troubles. That night, I tried to talk to Jennifer about it. "Babe, don't you think your parents have been acting weird lately?" "What do you mean?" "All these requests for money, the vague excuses. I'm worried they might be in some kind of trouble." Jennifer sighed. "They're just going through a rough patch, Davis. They'll figure it out." But I wasn't so sure. The way Michael's eyes darted around, how Charlotte's hands shook when she thought no one was looking. It all seemed like classic signs of people in deep trouble. I decided to do some digging. Call it paranoia, call it intuition, but something told me I needed to protect my family. And if that meant uncovering whatever skeletons Michael and Charlotte had hidden in their closet, so be it. Little did I know, I was about to stumble upon a nightmare that would turn our world upside down. But hey, that's what you do for family, right? Even when family turns out to be the ones you need protection from. Things escalated quickly. Michael and Charlotte started showing up at our house almost every day, always with a new sob story. "Jennifer, honey, we're about to lose the house. Can't you help your old folks out? I'd had enough." "Look, Michael, we've already given you guys over 10 grand. What the hell is going on?" Charlotte burst into tears, but something about it felt off. Jennifer was torn. I could see it in her eyes. "Mom, Dad, we love you, but we can't keep doing this. We have our own family to think about," Jennifer said, clearly struggling. Michael's face turned red with anger. "So that's it? You're just going to let your parents end up on the street?" I stepped in. "Nobody's ending up on the street, but we need to know what's really happening here." They stormed out, slamming the door behind them. Jennifer was a wreck. "Davis, what if they really are in trouble?" she asked, her voice shaking. I hugged her tight. "We'll figure it out, babe, but something's not right." A few days later, we had a big family dinner. The tension was thick enough to cut with a knife. Michael cleared his throat. "So, we've been thinking, how about we sell the coffee shop and split the money?" "Excuse me," I said. "That shop is our livelihood, Michael." Charlotte chimed in, her voice sickly sweet. "But family's more important than money, right, Jennifer?" Jennifer looked like she'd been slapped. "Mom, what are you talking about? That shop is for Jessie's future. Things escalated quickly. Michael started shouting about how ungrateful we were, and Charlotte was crying again while Jennifer was caught in the middle. I'd had enough. All right, that's it. You two need to leave. Now. As they stormed out, I overheard Michael on the phone. Yeah, they're not budging. We'll have to move to Plan B. My blood ran cold. What the hell was Plan B? The next day, Michael and Charlotte offered to take Jessie to the park. Jennifer thought it might smooth things over. I don't know, babe. Something doesn't feel right, I warned. Davis, they're her grandparents. It'll be fine. Against my better judgment, we agreed. Biggest mistake of our lives. Hours passed, and there was no sign of them. Jennifer was frantic. They're not answering their phones, Davis. Something's wrong. We rushed to the park, panic rising with each passing second. No sign of Jessie or her grandparents. That's when I got the text. A picture of Jessie, scared and crying, with a message. Want to see her again? We need $500,000. No cops. Jennifer screamed. When Jennifer saw the message, it felt like a punch to the gut. Those bastards had taken our baby. Jennifer, your parents, they kidnapped our daughter. We were in full panic mode. Jennifer was hysterical, and I was struggling to think straight. We have to call the cops, Davis, she pleaded. And tell them what? That your parents, who've been at every family event, suddenly decided to kidnap their granddaughter? They'll think we're crazy. I paced the room, my mind racing. We needed a plan. A way to get Jessie back and make sure Michael and Charlotte never tried anything like this again. Jennifer, listen to me. We're gonna get her back, and then we're gonna make them pay. You with me? She nodded, tears streaming down her face. What are we going to do? I grabbed my phone. First, we play their game. Then we change the rules. Little did Michael and Charlotte know, they had messed with the wrong family. Kidnapping my daughter? Game on. I was about to show them just how far a father would go to protect his own. The ransom demands kept coming, each one more ridiculous than the last. $500,000 by midnight, or you'll never see her again. Jennifer was losing it. Davis, we don't have that kind of money. I know, babe. We'll figure it out. We tried going to the cops, but it was pointless. So, you're telling me your in-laws with no criminal record suddenly decided to kidnap their granddaughter? Come on, sir. I lost it. Listen, you idiot. My daughter is missing. That got us kicked out of the station real quick. We were on our own. I came up with a risky plan, but what choice did we have? Jennifer, we're going to set a trap. Make them think we're playing along. I texted Michael, we've got the money. Need proof Jessie's okay. They responded with a video of Jessie, scared but unharmed. Daddy, I want to come home. Took everything in me not to smash my phone. I started digging into Michael and Charlotte's background. Turns out they were drowning in gambling debts, casinos, online poker, you name it. Jesus, Jennifer. They owe over $1 million to some very dangerous people. Jennifer was in shock. How could they do this? I set up a meeting, told them we had the cash but needed to do the exchange in person. Michael's voice was cold. Fine. Abandoned warehouse on 5th. Midnight. Come alone. A buddy of mine hooked me up with a wire. If we couldn't get the cops involved officially, I'd get the evidence myself. Midnight came, and the warehouse was as dark and creepy as you'd imagine. Michael, Charlotte, I've got the money. Where's Jessie? Michael stepped out of the shadows, a gun in his hand. Hand it over, Davis. Nice and easy. Let me see Jessie first. Charlotte appeared, dragging a terrified Jessie. Daddy, she cried. It's okay, sweetheart. You'll be home soon. Michael snatched the bag and checked inside. His face turned purple with rage. What the hell is this? It's just paper. I smirked. Oops. Guess I'm not as dumb as you thought. That's when all hell broke loose. Michael aimed the gun, but I was quicker. I tackled him hard, the gun skidding across the floor. Charlotte screamed and let go of Jessie. Run, baby. Run to mommy, I shouted. Jessie bolted as I wrestled with Michael. He was stronger than I expected. You ungrateful little... We gave you everything. I laughed in his face. You gave us nothing but grief, old man. Sirens wailed in the distance. Charlotte panicked, her voice trembling. "Michael, the cops, we have to go." But it was too late. I had Michael pinned, and the wire caught every word. "It's over, Michael. You lose." The cops burst in, guns drawn. Jennifer rushed in behind them, scooping up Jesse as they cuffed Michael and Charlotte. The truth spilled out. Gambling debts, loan sharks, the whole ugly mess. Michael spat at me. "We would have paid it back. You ruined everything." I locked eyes with him. "You ruined it when you took my daughter." As they were led away, Jennifer hugged me tightly. Jesse nestled between us. "It's over, babe. We're safe now," she whispered. But deep down, I knew it wasn't really over. The betrayal, the fear, those would leave scars. But we were together, and that's what mattered. Jessie looked up at me, her wide eyes filled with uncertainty. "Dad, are the bad people gone?" I kissed her forehead. "Yes, sweetheart. The bad people are gone, and they're never coming back." The weeks after the kidnapping were rough. Jessie had nightmares, Jennifer was a wreck, and I was just trying to hold everything together. We were sitting in the living room when the news broke. Breaking news. Kidnappers Michael and Charlotte Thompson escape custody in a daring jailbreak. Jennifer gasped. "Oh God, Davis, they're coming for us." I grabbed my phone, ready to call the cops, when another update flashed across the screen. Update: fugitives involved in a high-speed chase crash on Highway 100. Both suspects critically injured. Felt like the air had been sucked out of the room. Jennifer's face was pale. "They're hurt." I nodded, unsure how to feel. "Looks like karma caught up with them." The next few days were a blur. Reporters camped outside our house, and the phone wouldn't stop ringing. "Davis, how do you feel about your in-laws' accident?" they'd shout. I slammed the door in their faces. How the hell was I supposed to feel? Jennifer was struggling. "They're still my parents, Davis. I can't just stop caring." I tried to be understanding, but it was hard. "They kidnapped our daughter, babe. They chose money over family. We started therapy, all of us." Jessie would wake up crying, asking if the bad grandma and grandpa were coming back. "No, sweetheart," I'd reassure her. "They can't hurt us anymore." The community rallied around us. Customers at the coffee shop left huge tips. Neighbors brought food. It helped, but the trust issues ran deep. We visited Michael and Charlotte in the hospital once. They were a mess. Michael was paralyzed, and Charlotte had severe brain damage. Jennifer broke down. "Mom, Dad, how could you do this to us?" They couldn't answer. Maybe that was for the best. As we left, I felt a weight lift. We don't owe them anything, Jennifer. It's time to focus on us. One night, as we tucked Jessie into bed, she asked, "Daddy, are we safe now?" I hugged her tight. "Yeah, baby, we're safe. And I promise, I'll always protect you." Later, Jennifer and I sat on the porch, watching the stars. "You know, Davis," she said softly, "I never thought I'd say this, but I'm glad they're out of our lives." "Me too, babe. Family isn't just blood. It's loyalty, trust, love. And we've got that in spades." "What do you think happens now?" she asked. I smiled. "Now we live, we love, we stay strong, and we'll never let anyone mess with our family again." As we sat there, I thought about everything we'd been through. The betrayal, the fear, the fight to get our daughter back. Changed us, no doubt, but it also made us stronger. Michael and Charlotte? They got what was coming to them. Karma doesn't play favorites. For me, I've learned that sometimes the hardest battles are the ones closest to home. But I've also learned that when you've got real love and real family, there's nothing you can't overcome. So here we are, new names, new home, but the same unbreakable bond. Jessie's growing up strong, Jennifer's smile is back, and I'm just grateful for every single day, every moment, and every chance to be the family we were meant to be. Life isn't perfect, but it's ours. And nobody is ever going to threaten that again. That's a wrap on my family's intense drama. Now, here's a question for you. If your own parents committed a serious crime against your child, could you ever forgive them? Or would you cut them out of your life for good? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. It's not an easy question, but that's why it's worth discussing. Let's get a real conversation going. And if this story resonated with you or made you think, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. We've got more raw, real-life stories coming your way, and your support keeps these hard-hitting narratives flowing. Stay tuned, and let's keep exploring the complicated dynamics of family together.